with your mother tongue first and then in English, like yesterday. And the marketplace is there. So maybe we can form a queue just behind this.
And do not forget the bubble tongue.
And the paper is there and the pens are there.
We only got one session today, 2 tomorrow. So it's still 40-minute session, 20-minute global restitution, and still mother tongue, then English.
Okay, I'm going to try to speak like an Austrian. Trying to speak English, so you need to understand what I'm saying. There is nothing on this page, looking this paper, but we are going to do a PowerPoint show. So if you really like the different and very random topics from the audience, and you will have 6 different sites and you'll have to all in the group. And that was very Austrian. Sebastian?
Who's Western?
Значи, общо си били обществата, които се образуват в една компания неформално и също така между компании подадени интереси, или както Павел би ги нарекла кръжоци, как такива общности помагат за разпространението на културата Agile и обменянето на опит и какви са най-големите проблеми за да се поддържат такива общности просто да вървят и как да убедим компаниите, че това също е полезно за тях, не само за индивидуалните личности. So now in English, right, I want to talk about communities of interest and specifically of interest about Agile practices and as a way to spread the culture, to spread the knowledge, as well as internally within a company, informal communities, and also communities that spread across companies. What are the challenges to keep such communities alive for a longer period of time? And also what are the challenges to convince the employers or the companies that they should support this as much as possible? Yep, so far as interest, I'll be around.
Ich bin Sebastian, ich bin aus Berlin und ich würde total gerne mal ein paar Mädels in mein Team bekommen. Ich bin jetzt in der glücklichen Lage, auch mal dafür sorgen zu können, dass Leute ins Team kommen und jetzt sind halt nur so Typen, Keulen. Und irgendwie würde ich gerne mal ein bisschen auflockern. Wir haben eine Diversity-Gilde bei uns und wir haben festgestellt, mehr Weiber ist einfach eine dufte Sache. So, English now. I'm currently in the position to be in charge of staffing my team, and we only have dudes there, and this sucks. And I want to know how to get girls in the team, developers in the team. And we currently don't have an open position, but when it comes, I want to be prepared. So why is it that it is probably so hard, or maybe it's not so hard? So if you're a woman or you have experience in getting women to the team, please tell me what is important for you to join the team or give me tips. Thank you.
So Olaf was talking about balance earlier this morning. I'd like to provide some balance. So if you're tired about hearing about Agile, I'm going to give an introduction to the board game of Go, which is one of the most ancient games in the world. And I'm probably going to do it on the terrace somewhere where there's a table available. So come and join me if you'd like to. Thank you.
Zwłaszcza jeżeli chodzi o duży projekt agile'owy, taki jak wdrożenie systemu SAP, jak wdrożenie centralnego systemu bankowego, czy jakiegoś systemu leasingowego. Czyli w takim razie, co trzeba... Hi, I'm Jerzy, I'm from Warsaw, Poland, and I would like to start with the story the boss of mine said, as I remember it was in the previous century, and he said that show me how you start the project and I will tell you how it will end. So the question I would like to discuss in our group is how to initiate and to plan a really big agile project, like for example SAP implementation of the central banking system in a big bank, or a leasing system consisting of the various modules. So instead just starting with the backlog, so come from somewhere, and here we have the backlog. The question is if we should do something before we have the backlog. Something like, for example, the charter, maybe the stakeholder analysis, maybe we should do some business analysis, and all this, some old-fashioned and maybe some new stuff like story mapping. Okay, so thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Mark from Barcelona. Each time I attend and participate an open space, especially agile open spaces, it's amazing. It's a magic moment. It's as Olaf said this morning, it's the places where magic happens. And Chris said also this morning that if you are not delivering value, your better decision is to stay at home. So I would like, if you like to come to this talk, to help me to design an open space company, because it works. We deliver value, we take decisions, but out there, we don't work this way. So if you like the topic and help me to design this, thank you.
Hi, hallo, du bist in German now. Ich mache gerade I do some trainings in feedback, and one part of the feedback training is non-violent communication. And I asked myself, are there any difference in the different cultures to respond with it or to work with it? So where's a better place to ask a question like this than here at the ELS? So if you have any experience with non-violent communication in the different culture, in your culture, then you're welcome, and I'm very interested in it. Thank you.
Darek from Krakow, and I would like to discuss about personal productivity, what kind of tools, processes, methodologies, hacks, challenges, and so on you have, and we may gather and exchange this information. Thank you.
So now in English, my name is Ivo, I'm from Latvia. I've been doing Scrum Mastering for the last couple of years, and I can honestly say that I have failed several times. So I invite other Scrum Masters here who are practicing Scrum or other methods, who are courageous to say that they have failed, and to together discuss these failures by the whiteboard. Thank you.
Ik ben Olaf uit Nederland. Ik heb samen met Chris een boek geschreven, alweer 2 jaar geleden. Toen zijn we het boek laten vertalen in 15 verschillende talen met behulp van mensen uit
She didn't understand the thing, but it was very convincing.
What was it? So, 2 years ago I published a book together with Chris Matz, graphic business novel. We had the graphic artist here, by the way. We had that book translated into 15 different languages with the help of 40 volunteers from this community. There are a couple of you guys are here, we know that, but we don't know all of you, so that's why we're doing the announcement here. So we would like to meet all of you who participated in translating to come here at 5 o'clock in front of the sound booth, and we'll just decide what we're going to do tonight and have some fun and drink some beers. But just for translation. Sorry.
Okay, ready? We can start. So this topic.
Самия ивент се движи, като има един човек, който задава въпроси, този, който презентира или нещо подобно, отговаря. Този, който задава, да се подготвил предварително. И някакви такива неща. Не е нужно и да е в някаква офиса. Ако е по-активно.
Some very nice idea came from this simple exercise, and that is in retrospect we can make all their notes into envelope and diary out loud because they wanted me to read all those notes because they wanted me to be transparent with them, but not actually speaking with their problems eye to eye.
What's the reasons for our days?
Because there's still a lot of space to live there, where we still can do bullshit.
Yeah, of course. You can always.
I don't know about this.
I can give you a hint. Do you want me to give a hint?
Go ahead. Yeah, perfect. That's the one I will play.
Yeah. Now this
No,
here it's close.
The difference now you have all these points, but with this black slot
into your territory. They still can go around here, right?
On the no, but the thing is that
What is say the community? So first of all, I was shocked to see it was absolutely lovely. For example, on the Scrum meeting, I said, guys, yesterday I tried to and I expected somebody would show me actually there's QNX. What did you do? And it was absolutely no blame game. Surprisingly, and also a lot of fun or something. But I am very scared of the
I think it's also the question of how to organize the project, how to split the work between the bank and the vendor, because there are many options. So for example, you are a vendor and you are people who will do the configuration, you are people who will do the development, and we as a bank we just only test this. For me it's just
So it's completely not about word. So if you replace this word feeling with something else, then maybe you can give a different opinion, or you can just print the list of possible feelings and give it to people.
I don't know.
Yeah,
so the training happens with feeling cards.
Yeah.
It's a techno with feelings. But it's interesting. One of the examples I use is there's someone who's playing with the phone, with the mobile phone.
It's to make money. At the end, you make money with that.
Well, deliver value could be
the company's culture. Yeah, but deliver value.
Yeah,
yes.
We talk about features, themes as the.
Remember, there's very good comparison to the problem. Look for open source software. The people got no money for it. They spent overtime for it, weeks, nights, days, and they could choose that special software because they honored to be this open source guy, you know.
And so there's. We keep mentioning about I struggle to understand why you do a big project. The only time you'd normally do a big project is if you're doing a platform implementation. So you're bringing in.
There are many projects. So I have also banking background, mostly in the retail banking. And for example, maybe you know the story ING, where yeah.
It may also be illegal. Yeah.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
Which country you operate in?
Yeah,
It's illegal to. it is such a different topic. Cannot.
Maybe another advice, or let's switch topic to something different. When you go to interviews, you can try to attract the woman in a different way. Recently,
8 minutes, Sebastian.
In our company,
why not start with the optimum? Why always start with the maximum? Come on.
No us sap greu, feu el favor d'apropar-vos, no mosseguem a ningú.
Du sprichst Spanisch, oder?
Kann
das sein?
Spanisch?
Ey Leute, jetzt kommt doch endlich mal vor. Ihr hört da überhaupt nichts da hinten. Auf geht's, 1, 2, 3.
Може да се приближите, няма да ухапим никой.
Vamos, coño.
Vamos.
Okay, it seems we can start.
Allora,
You ready?
mia bella. Bello. First women, then men.
Me?
Okay,
1 minute. Okay, thanks for coming to listening to to the proposal of creating the open space company model or idea. We've started with a lot of questions, if it makes sense, if it would fit any kind of business, if it will depend of the... I continue? If it depends on the amount of people in the company. At the end, we have decided that it will work perfectly. It will fit any kind of company, any kind of business and goal. It fits perfectly the principles and the law of the open space. And we propose a kind of fractal open space. The company itself will work in an open space format. When we create the company, it's an opening. We decide the goals, the theme, and of course, if we close the company, we will create a main retrospective. And it will repeat at any level, portfolio level, maybe quarters, team level will be an open space to decide the topics, the features, or histories of any sprint for any team. Proposals, everybody is welcome. Customers, of course, at project level or any level, it depends. Customers and CXOs works as butterflies. We propose they work in a Gemba walk when they are available. It's important that people inside match the company culture. It's a must. The quarters is driven by themes. And something else. Starting point, sorry. We will start with a pet project inside the company, if the company already exists, welcoming volunteers. And if you want to know more, the model will be available in AIL 16. Thank you.
Thank you. So please tweet your message, and also if you can tweet a photo of everything, it's good.
It's already done.
Oh, 2 minutes is, hold on, sorry. 2 minutes especially for the PowerPoint stuff. Now?
You want to start?
At the end, okay, at the end.
At the end?
Sorry.
Okay, so the topic of our discussion was how to initiate and plan a big agile project. And you would probably expect that the answer would be not to do such stuff like initiating a big project, but we came to the conclusion that we can and we should do this, but in a clever way. So we have some answers to the question why and when we can do this. And what's underlined here is the risk and the impact, so analysis of the risk of the impact. We also have identified some challenges, also depending on the context, so like mergers, like the cheapest way to do such implementation. And also the other challenges are connected with the roles, especially with the product owners and the end users. So one of the conclusions was also to involve users also face-to-face personally. We also added some tools and the methods, and you will find them on the photo. And the tweet is maybe Victor, you can. Disappeared. Okay.
Okay, I've got it. So the lots. Oh, thanks a lot. No, not this one. So this long story short was, if you want to build a product, you need to hire good people always. But if you want to build a big product, you need to hire the best people. So yeah, this is the message.
Thank you, Raj.
I only want to thank Kurt and Ivo for sharing the session before. It was a special conversation, and thank you.
Thank you. It's difficult to fit in 1 minute.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So our topic was about communities of interest, and particularly agile interest. We talked about many things. We realized that there are a lot of difficulties and challenges to keep such communities alive. But in order to keep them alive, you need to form them first. So there are even more challenges in forming them, in informing people about these communities, how to keep them interesting, how to motivate the organizers when people don't show up sometimes, and things like that. So the outcome, the summary of our talks is that the message is just start. You know, if you want to form a community, just start, spread the word, adapt, keep it interesting, and welcome changes. The more changes, the more interesting it will be. And do you want to say something about? So there is actually an action from this that appeared.
And the action is we turn out to be only Bulgarians in this group because our Scrum Bulgaria user group didn't work well, and because of the whole pain of not working well, that was the reason why it was not revived. And now we figure out it's the time to revive it and just start, because it's a complex environment and we need to figure out later on what the next step is. So whoever wants to join the Scrum user group Bulgaria and has not joined yet, please do so and we will revive it. Thank you.
Who's next?
Okay, there were more people there.
But we are still the smallest group.
Still there. Okay, done. Okay. So the topic was personal productivity, and we figured out a couple of personal Kanban ideas. And yes, the main challenge with personal productivity is are distractions, and we try to figure out how to make work focused. And the context switching, we also discussed about daily, weekly goals, concept of inbox zero, of recurring items, checklist and priority, and practical stuff, I think. Thank you.
We think the personal Kanban is the best choice. We think that the personal Kanban is the best choice for personal productivity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So there were more in my team. Yeah, right. I'm saying team right now, you know.
I think you've said amazing team.
So maybe can someone of you hold this? Yeah. So mission accomplished? No. So we talked a little bit about how to hire women for a development team, and we started with establishing that yes, it is a good idea to not only have male developers, and it's also not a good idea to only have female developers. We talked a little bit about that. It is important how to formulate your job description to make it more attractive. Maybe write something about you can integrate your family with it, you have a work-life balance, even if we know the thing doesn't exist. But maybe somehow talk about that, maybe have work only for half a day or something like this. We have talked about how to interview, how to do the interview, maybe talk a little bit. There's a different language in play, we instead of I did in the last job, and so you have to listen very carefully. And what else did we did? Right, so you have to focus on the person and not only the skills, right? That's obvious, but yeah, and it's if you want to attract women or if you want to get in contact with women in IT, you are allowed as a man to join women user groups, and a good idea is to maybe bring some knowledge, share it in a friendly way, so they will feel welcomed. What did I forgot? Nothing. And the tweets, we have 2 tweets. One is the official and it's on the Twitter wall, and the other is a picture. When you're searching for women, just ask publicity and they will come. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Who's next?
All right, so thank you. Please, let's start by a wild applause to probably one of the most courageous people. Why? Because we were talking about our personal failures as Scrum Masters. So, and from real life, people brought concrete examples of how they failed as a Scrum Masters. So did I hear the wild applauses? Thank you. So, in short, we didn't manage to discuss everything because of the time box. So, but we discussed a few cases, and there was a case with enforcing Scrum by the book, product owner issues, screaming. So, and then we thought about how to kind of summarize the tweet. And basically, we all agreed that we as a Scrum Masters should reveal our failures to our team in the first place and learn from that together. Thank you.
Could some of you take the floor? Thank you. So, the nonviolent communication part. We figured out that this model is helpful, but it's still a model, so maybe it's partly wrong. So if you talk like this, it could be awkward. So keep it in mind as principles. And it's always a good idea to be nice and smile if you give feedback, because the feedback situation is hard enough, so don't make it any harder. Be honest. Always focus on the behavior, not on the person you're giving feedback. And what's very interesting in a business context, you can change the need part, not to I need something. You can say, okay, I have some business goals or values. That are the needs you can talk about, so you can change this. And that's an idea I really, really like to try. Yeah, and we have a tweet. It's on the Twitter wall right now. Again, I don't know why, but it's there. Thank you.
Yes, I think this time it's you.
This time, but only if I give you the mic.
Well, for obvious reasons, we have no paper, but we want to share with you a live karaoke. We kind of had a training session down the hall, and now we're doing it the real one. Markus, will you explain shortly how it works?
So this time in real English. PowerPoint karaoke, at least as how we played it, is done. You get a random slide deck, you get a random topic, you have 6 slides and 20 seconds per slide. So almost like a pachachka in that sense. We thought if we tell you about it, well, it might not stick. So we present one, and we need a topic. So please be friendly or mean or whatever. Give us a topic. Huh? The British Queen. Why not? Wonderful. So the topic is the British Queen. Left or right? Just a question. Left or right? Right. Wonderful. So we take the right presentation of the one that we're in. So you see it's kind of random. Everything's better with cats, right?
And the British Queen loves dogs. But yeah, what you can see is the typical thing that always happens to the British Queen, her subjects waving at her, looking perfectly, dressing up. This is how most of the people will meet the Queen live.
Yeah, as you all know, the British Queen has a face. And her face is very important to her surrounding, because they read from her face how she feels and also how the country feels.
And also, as you know, the British Queen travels a lot, and she likes very much flying. She has a particular plane, and sometimes she takes the wheel of the plane and she drives the plane.
Well, and as we all know, for Christmas, the Queen is always leaving London to go for deer, to go hunting, and to have a wonderful feast with her family. And that's something we should always remember. Always stay with your family and have the parties and the nice time with them.
Yeah, and never forget the Queen's Guard. That's those guys. Here in this picture, they don't wear their furry hats. It's actually dog fur, you need to know. But these guys can be actually quite ugly.
Yes, and for most of the people, it is not known that the Queen has a double. You hardly see this double. This is one of the rare pictures where you can see it. So actually, it's like in Star Wars. No one knows which is the right and which is the wrong.
See you at karaoke tonight.
Okay. Too bad. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this session of Open Space for today. We will have 2 sessions tomorrow. I know I've been asked by some of you to, can we stay for one more session of Open Space today? I don't know if it's really possible with the venue. It's perfectly fine. So if some of you want to have one more session, it's open. So you can use the marketplace, you can use the paper, you can use the pens. Please remember to put all the materials in the bag at the end, and it's okay. So see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Have a good visit in Sofia. Good karaoke. Take enough sleep to be there tomorrow at 9. We will really start at 9. And it's perfect. It's good. And you want to add something?
Yeah, just to actually contradict him, we're organizing karaoke bar in Soundwave. Former name is Tucan. This is, I've tweeted already the address. If you can get oriented, just, I don't know, asking the AO15 channel, or I think the address was stamped somewhere around the room. So 10:30, we are going to be there. It's going to be huge fun, I guess. Especially if most of you come.
the karaoke, do we made it a safe place and it's forbidden to record, put it on YouTube? Okay, please. Or you ask the people before.
So what happens in the karaoke stays in the karaoke. Okay.
Give us a good restaurant name around the karaoke.
Okay, so see you tomorrow for everybody. Those who want to have one more session can gather near the marketplace.
Good restaurant name around the karaoke.
The karaoke is in the students' campus, which is well for everyone. It's students' town, which is in Bulgaria, Studentski Grad. So there's places to eat everywhere. It won't be a problem for you if you reach there early.
Okay, and would you tell loudly?
The address is Studentski Grad, Academic Boris Stefanov Street, number 4. Again, the Tucan or Soundwave. Taxi drivers know Tucan.
Okay. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.